doing this. I'm recording, so I guess that's good. It's a start. I'm trying a new program to restream to do my videos. So, okay, if it's working there, I just need to check real quick here. I don't see it being posted, although I'm seeing it's being recorded. So I'll open up that chat. Where's that? Okay, let me put it over here. Now let me see Twitch. I'm supposed to be there's my bookmark. Creators dashboard. Streaming. And it's working. That's good. So I'll pop out that chat. Okay. Now comes the tough one. YouTube. Okay, let's see. I think if I go to my dashboard, it should. Nope. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Okay, it says it's live, so let me open that up. Yeah, see, it's not connecting to there for some reason. And it doesn't put in a title. So I guess I gotta go back in and put a title in there. But how come? Let me see if it's under this. Okay, it seems like it is. So I guess I have to re-edit the title. Edit title and description. And let me open up what I just had. And bring that over here. Get rid of this. Okay, let me see if I do that. And that was the problem I had before with this stuff. Because I've tried several different times before I'd done this. And yeah, I gotta get back here where I had it. Sorry. Be better next time. So I guess I gotta, okay, I'm thinking in my head, I need to schedule it is what I gotta do a little bit farther ahead of time. I just can't schedule and restart or then hit start button. So now if I click on this, okay, I go from that page to that page. And I haven't got chat figured out, so those of you who are on any of the chat boards that you can see me on, if you text something, it'll take me a little bit to find you, but if it does, then I can test my chat screen out. So, because I wanted that to appear in the black spot above me. What I've done here is a lot of work over the years, and this is my final cleanup of the text. What I did was found the hidden formats in the Bible, got copyrights, and so I'm in the copyright Library of Congress, you can search my name and you'll see I own copyrights to the Old Testament. And what I did was found hidden formats. Over the years, I've found this one and stayed with it, and then I've went and done them, and then I thought, well, I better start streaming online. So I streamed all the books online, and I realized just about after about a year, 4 months, that I realized how good I was getting at finding these two formats, a 3-verse and a 4-verse. So I restarted, and I just got done with them. So now what I'm doing is I'm putting them up here. It's showing you my final edit. This book is like 277 pages right now. I got more text to add to it yet, but it is in one long column. As you can see, it's not really, let me do this for you. It's in a column, and you can find those words in, I think it's Isaiah, they wrote in columns. So here is the columns that I can show you. Now, what I've done is compile them from all the books that I'm using. And right now, I have to now make my like a third edit because when you're starting to combine them together, things have to be started differently in the beginning of the verses, and then just little errors that I made. And just like at this spot, I had 3 list lines that said that this, well, let me get the mouse on the armrest here to show you, because I need this hand over here. Well, let me go down here a little bit. This is a little bit better. As you can see, this is a 1 paragraph here, and then I've got another like paragraph right here. So what happens is together they make a large paragraph, and this is true with the 4-verse. And then I put 2 spaces to show this beautiful writing that they had, and we haven't got any writing. I know some people have attempted this in Asia, this style of writing, but not like the Hebrews did it. But what happened was here I had found, or I had 3 verses in here, knowing that the story broke too much. And when I put it in there, I started realizing that there is no attendance listed here in our Creator telling Moses to set up his a tent for meeting, and this is about the robes that they're going to wear, the ephod the highest priest is going to wear, and then it's kind of like, where's the attendance? Because when I've done this for many years, I realize that when they're bringing their sin offering around the tent where their priest would be, around the courtyard tent or fence, the priest would be sitting, so they knew exactly where to go for their tribe's priest to be forgiven of their sin. And you learn that the priest is supposed to take the hide off and then remove the muscles, and he's got to put them on a plate. Well, they got to have an attendant beside him to put the offering that they're going to present to our Creator on a plate, and then the pickup and the cleanup needs to be done of what they need to do with that, and so you need a second attendant. So I believe there's 31 in total priests that are working within the courtyard, but only 12 of or 13 of them get to go into the holy room where to meet our Creator. So this is where I left off, and what I'm just doing is reading. If you have a question, text me, comment, and hopefully at some time before this project is done, I figure out how to put that chat board above me. So, okay. Well, I gotta switch back here because I've got my macro board here to do a lot of my editing marks or edits. So this is what you will do, that I will forgive them to serve me. So I got too many here. Take one young ram without blemish. Then you will bring, I don't know, that might not be large enough. I'm talking and I realized I've done this after so many hundreds of videos that I still forget to bring it close so you can see what I'm doing here. Then you will bring Aaron and his brothers to the gate for the tent for meeting with me. You will take a robe and put it on Aaron, then the breastplate and ephod. Then you'll take my oil and pour it on his head to anoint him. And you will do the same to his brothers by my gate. Anoint them to serve. And you will do the same to his brothers by my gate. To anoint them to serve me. Okay, now I'm adding that. This was a switch here, whoops, in the text size. So this is how I'm going to note it. This was the 3 verse, now it's 4 verse. Then you will bring a ram to the gate, and they will, okay, this is Moses. You'll bring a ram to the gate, and they will lay their hand on the head of the ram, and they will ask me for their forgiveness. And you will kill the ram before the gates for the tent for meeting with me. Okay, now this is an image that I'm going to make. So I have reminders like this for myself, that like maps and things like that. So these articles here for the courtyard need to be made yet. And you will remove its muscles and hang them on hooks and light the wood as their offering for their atonement. Now you can see I had to add a lot to do this. When I did this, they really removed a lot of the original text. The rest of the ram you'll burn by fire outside the camp, for it is from their sin offering. Okay, so this was the other attendant that I knew that has to do this, that Moses is going to need somebody to do this. He is not going to do all this, and they're going to need something to put it on too, and that isn't in the text either. I'm missing what's, so it's just a message to myself of how did they do it. this will be forever for their sin offering, and it is to be done outside the fence for my tent. And when it is burning, their priest is to come into me and ask me for their atonement. Now this has to go back up here. It's out of order. Okay, so the text is out of order, so I gotta put it in order. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's just because it's, if this is 1, then I need 2 here. This is almost like what I'm reading here to myself. It's like maybe this isn't true. You'll kill the ram before the gate for the tent for the meeting with me. Or this has got to be moved. So let me copy that. Am I talking loud enough? Okay. Just want to check my mic. He's got to put him on a plate first. Well, there's a lot of missing in between here. Actually, if I added all this, this has got to be after. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to add this. After it is burned. after it's burned, their priest is to come into me and ask me for their forgiveness, and I will speak to them at that time. But you notice there's a lot of text here that's missing, because this is like what I'm writing here is for the people to do. And I did that because it was connecting to this. And after you burn it, you are to come to me, ask for their atonement, and I'll speak to you at that time. But this text, this is important that I get it right. Because there's a lot of missing here. Because we're doing this for Aaron, and the 32 is the way I've got it figured. That there, ask me for forgiveness, and you will kill the ram before the gates for the tent for meeting with me. Then you will take some of its blood and put it on the altar horns of the large altar, and you will remove its muscles. This is like it should be all 8 point. So this might get removed out of the text. If I've done this right, it's still in my folder here, or my paste. Put that way over here. And now what I've got, kill the ram before the gate. There is so much missing here. Okay, so I'm gonna have to edit it all in. So move its hide. And since I'm adding this, I better remove its hide. Then its leg muscles. So I'm adding all this. And then that becomes the first of the 4 verse. You'll remove its hide, then its leg muscles. And place them on a plate. Then hook stands. These are stands. So if I do this, say I'm adding that, then it's leg muscles. Place them on a plate, then hang them on the hook stand. Okay. Then place wood under and place wood wood under under it, and now this would, I'm putting this through my head. The first thing he has to do is cut the muscles up, put them on a plate. Then he is to walk into it with them, so Aaron's holding this plate, or after he's anointed. Although I don't have that done yet. That's going to become next. So then place wood under it and wood under it and wood oops, I gotta get back here on this side. Then bring fire with a fire pan to burn it. Okay. So I added all this and this. Okay. And you will remove its hide, then its leg muscles. Place them on a plate, then hang them on the hook stands. Now I've got to get them inside, and I'm missing what altar. Then go and go to the large altar and hang them on the hook stands. And on the large altar, I've got to figure out how they would have wrote it. And on the large altar, you will hang their offering on the hook stands. Now that can become 2 words. You will remove its hide, then leg muscles, and place them on an altar. Place them on a plate, and on the large altar you will hang their offering on the hook stands. Then place wood under it. Okay, I don't know what I've done here, but I'm going to just get rid of it. I can't remember. So whatever was there, it's now, all this is going to be redone. So all this is new. I'll just say this is all new then. Okay, now this, I've got under it. Then place wood under it for burning. Period. Then bring fire with the fire pan to burn it dry, I guess. To burn it dry. they're going to become ashes later, but you can't, there's going to be meat stuck on the hooks. And then, I don't know if I think it's hooks or a grill is what I'm thinking. Something like this hook stand is going to have like fingers sticking out of it. So, but as they're offering for their atonement, the rest of the lamb will be burnt outside. But that's still not right. Okay, this is what's got to be moved up. And I'm going to say here, oh my God, let me see, so I've got this right. I've got double space 2, so this one has got to connect to this one. So let me go get a small space here. And I need 2 spaces here. Then burn a fire pan to burn it dry as they're offering for thou. Oops. I need this. Now this is double space, so this is a single. And after it is burned, you are to come to me and ask me for their atonement, and I will speak to you at that time. And this, I'm just going to say I added everything. Okay. Now, actually, he has to go back out and talk to the person. So then you will. Oops, that text is a little bit small. Let me bring that up. Then you will go, you'll return to them and give my answer to them. Now, because this has got to be done with all the priests going in later. So I'll give my answer to them. If they are forgiven, or to be cast out from my nation. That means a double space here. You know, I'm going to have to forever leave that gray. That means I got to hand do the whole book. Well, that's what I got to do. That's what I got to do. Because some of the stuff that is gray, like this word here, if I was up in the other text, I will make this all as if I said it, but that'll be the only italic words. These other italic words are all going to be made upright. So I guess I got to hand do each of the verses anyway. So, yeah, okay. I'll remember to leave these that way. Okay, now and then it could be continued. The rest of the ram you will burn by fire outside the camp, for it is from their sin offering. This will be forever for everyone's sin offering. I could put everyone here. Everyone's sin offering. That's the way I cheat to put two words together. For everyone's sin offering, it is to be done outside, and it is to be done outside the fence for my tent. And it is to be done by their priests. I've got them back inside, or I now have the attendants here. To be done by their priests. No, priest. And it is to be done by their priest. By the fence for my tent. Now this I already have, but you can see that this is going to be a space here. And I do need this. But actually this is wrong. So that's going to get removed. What I had put in. And this is wrong. Or won't be needed. And then there's this is still going to be here. Everyone. Yeah, I still need this. And I know the story here that they are going to do this. So I better save right now. And I'm thinking that I'm going to put a big space here that I know that when they go and do this, it's got to be put here. Unless this is all that there is for this. But this is getting removed. So I'm going to remove that. Okay. Command their leaders are to speak to their tribes. They are to obey their seventh as a sign between me and theirs, to remember I am who will redeem them. For whoever does any work on it will be cut off. This is like a law, like explaining the law. Now he's got to go up the mountain to get, or up the hill. And they didn't have, the word mountain is just wrong because they're just inside the desert right now. So this I've got to say, or attract my attention that there's text that's got to be put above here. Or above here. Okay, because Moses delayed to come down from the hill, some of our people assembled and went to Aaron and told him, we will make his likeness for us to go before it, as who brought us from Egypt. And many of, so this has to be who did this. Come down from, Let me take a look here at the map for a second. Now Benjamin's is awfully small. And I've always tried to figure out why they don't have the big territory. It might be from here. Down the hill. Some of Benjamin's. Well, if I get rid of this, and Benjamin's people. And Benjamin's people assembled and went to Aaron and told him, we will make his likeness for us to go before it as to who brought us from Egypt. Then many of their people gathered and fashioned it with tools. They made an ox, and they said, this is our God Israel. And they built an altar for it, and they made an announcement, tomorrow we will have a feast to it. So the next day they rose early and offered their sacrifice. Then their people sat down to eat it and drink. Then Yahweh stopped Moses and told him, some people whom you brought from Egypt have turned away from me. They have made for themselves an ox to worship to, and have offered a sacrifice to it. Moses asked him to turn his anger and do not kill them. Then as Moses walked down with the 2 tablets, okay, now that I've got to think about, because I forgot what I read. This is what he's going to gather from the people. And I thought they were going to stone plates and engrave on the name. Okay, so that's where the stone is coming from. This has to be all from when he's on the hill. This is assembling. This is still assembling. So he's got to be up on the hill here. Now this story here, I moved up. So where did I move it? Okay, these are the commandments. Now this, walk up the hill. He's receiving here. So all this, now if he receives the commandments here, and all this is being told to him, how did this happen? How did he come down and tell him that he's going to come talk to him to explain the tablets? Do I have to move this whole story up above there? Because this is all got to be said up on the hill. That seems like it's a piece out of place. So some of this has got to be put in my mind correctly here. So let me trying to find a place where I can because he's got to get this material first. So I just want to make sure when he does. Because you got to have the people being hungry right when they got in. So this story has to stay right here where it's at. So that's a must. This is them coming out in the first month. This is, they're camped at the hill. And then first thing he's gonna do is he's gonna assign the two tribes from Jacob's two sons as two tribes, one to replace the Levites and one to replace him, Joseph. They complain what they're gonna eat. Wait a second, I got this wrong. Oh, this is water. Then I moved up. See, this is where this text is all of a sudden, what's going on? Because everything is looking correct up until then, so how does, I'm satisfied with them being there. He's going to receive the 12 commandments. And this is our creator going to be talking to them. So those go together. So somewhere, I know I got to put this up here when he come down from the hill. These are the 12. Okay, I think I've got a spot up here. Let me see here. This will be K, 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 K. Okay, now I'm going to put that over here for me to remember. Or to get me back up there. Or I want to search up when I do that. Okay, this here. Sorry, I got a text back here. Where is this? Too old for this stuff. They ain't gonna like that. Okay. Now this story, okay. This has got to be the tent for meeting with them. Okay. I was just thinking if I do this and grills, put grills there. That's important enough for me to say. Now this, I'd have to change all that text though. Now, yeah, no, that's fine. There's nothing wrong here. Because Moses delayed to come down from the hill. He's going to explain to him what the 12s are. That's what's missing. So it's why he's explaining is missing. I just figured all this out, so this is good. This has got to be moved. This here text has got to be moved. So I'm going to move this right here. So this has to be part 1 now. 1. I need that. This will be part 2. I gotta put his name in here. So this is yellow. Oh, this was green. This gets taken out. I brought from Egypt. Okay, these are the 2 stone tablets. Okay. So this all seems to have to go up to tell the story correctly. Right here. I need to keep this in case I make a mistake or error. Because this I'm going to change to 8 point. This has got to be red. Move up. Oh, grouped by red, like that, and then have to come down here red. So, oops. Here's where I want to stick it all. Save it. Now let me see how this reads. Okay, he's told. Now this would say he's again going up the hill. So I have to check to make sure this is truthful here. Note, check the word. Okay, told him to. Now the story is going to be that after they received this knowledge that they're now divided, so I can say that this is going to be grouped as like the next event that happened. And wait for me there. I'll give you a tablet with my commandments that I will write. And Moses walked up to the hill, to YV. And as Moses walked up to the hill, his cloud covered it. And then all this is when I moved up. Red grouped. Story. No. This, I should put all these in here. Still put them in here. And that way, I've got that here. Okay. Now, I better take this real quick and go down wherever I had that. Wherever I took this. Okay. Now I can go click here, get back up here. Now, if my little brain ain't hurt enough, I will yeah, there's this text got to be moved up here. This group right here. Up to I'll make this one yellow. But I can see that I got to make a part 3 here. And I'm going to move this. This is part 3 though. This group here. And I put that over here so I can remember if I need that in case I mess up. 8 point. Oh, that reads real good right now. But there's text here that's missing. But I like moving the story here. Okay, this is the story. This one got moved up. Then as Moses walked down, because the story is going, do not kill them. Okay, from here, sat down to eat and drink it, or eat and drink. Then as Moses walked down, this is getting better. Oops, I gotta use this color text. Now this, how come that didn't paste? Same thing. For why have you told him? And then this can be grouped. There's no text missing after this. All these words, and the text that's missing is going to be Moses explaining, or our Creator explaining each one, which would be very good to have to today, so we could all really find out how he had commanded them. It's just sad to know that now, isn't it? And then they're going to be told of the agreement. Okay. So this is next. And this is out. So now it's been told that they're supposed to, because what's happening here is this is grouped. And there's groups missing here. I'm just going to put in a line for now. It's a 3 verse. Whoops. Forgot to hold the shift key here. Because it might connect, this paragraph might hook with the next one here. Anyway. Because that's why I had this text for, like, what's missing here? Now these are commandments, and we are to obey them forever. Better put a space between it. Okay, now okay, now I've got to have our Creator coming down. And in 2 days I'll come down and meet him. Okay, here it is. I guess I skipped right over it. Now, that way they all knew that Moses wasn't playing around. Okay. So now this would be to build a tent for that. So now this is true. This is getting interesting. Best view on whatever. I guess I've got a comment here. Whoops. Which does help me, whether you believe it or not. Let me see here. Okay. So if I turn on the chats, it didn't show up. Okay, I got to do a better job on that. I don't know what you mean there, Teresa X. Rex. Teresa and Rex, I imagine. And I guess you don't understand what I'm doing, but that did help me. Thank you. Oh, here might be that reply. I told him to. Oh, no, this is Google. Hey, maybe my shipment come in. Okay. All right, I can get rid of this. And I could probably get rid of. I can get rid of that. And I got one more I can get rid of now. That one. So I don't confuse myself later. Now, this is a lot to be said. So I guess he's. This has to be said after they receive the 10 commandments. Or 12 commandments, sorry. This. Maybe I've got it wrong in all this. Maybe all this is supposed to. Yeah, I could have. I'm seeing. Don't think I've seen any text in here that can't go before then. So let me make this blue. Because he's got to call Moses up and tell him to bring a writing pad to do all this. Okay. Well, no, because they're commandments. I don't need to move them. I don't need to move them above that. I really don't. I don't think so. Now that my little mind is back working. So I can bring this down. Okay, this all got moved. Don't need this here anymore. Okay. Moved all this. This would go right in time with what's going on because it takes him quite a bit to build what he's asked him to build. Okay, I can get back to editing now. Okay. Where's it go? Just the cheap window air condition doesn't work as well as I was hoping. It gets it too cold or too hot, one temperature up or down. So oh, that was a plan. style of the writer can determine. Hmm. These are so well paired. I already got them. I've decided that this is. I left it to decide, I guess. Now, I would be making up what I want to be making up here. He's got a bow with rotors, then enter. This is like the last one. I think those are about the best words I can come up with for right here. Fence for my tent. And for their priest to accept it. And for him. I got that in the wrong place, and boy, that messed me up. The Orthodox and at the fence for his tent. For their priest to accept it. Before him they place their hand on his head and confess for their atonement on behalf and on their behalf sacrifice. Okay. Okay, that happens. um, then he will, then with his attendants, they will remove its hide with my knives and forks. This one, this one, this one. Whoops, they're all this way. Okay, now I've got that done. Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to make this word grills, it'd be place it on the grills. Because you want the fire to burn it as quick as possible. So that, okay, that's good. At the gathering for at the gathering for war, the high priest by his large altar on his large oh, wait a second, by his large altar. Okay, I see. I had to read the next before I got carried away. By his large altar he is to offer by sacrifice for your peace offering, by offering up a yearling. If a person sins on purpose, nothing is to be done. I'm going to switch those around. And I'm going to can't switch around. But this needs to be taken up higher. I like that being sewed together. Now, okay, so this I thought I had it on a good break, but I'm seeing this down here. Should be moved up. Yes, and it's only one part. Oh, they are blue. Oh, it depends on what text I brought it from. What happened when I put books, different books, I put different colors on them. Looks like Leviticus I took in is blue. Okay, so this has to be, put it here, move up to here. This then this has actually got to be moved around. That's got to be moved up too. So this goes here. And I gotta put this up here. Now I guess if I stick it out far enough, and that here, because this here has got to be done. Move up to groups. So this, offer up then their priest will meet me in my room and ask me for their forgiveness. If I do not forgive them, they are to pack their items and be cast out from my nation. The rest of the sacrifice is to be brought outside the camp where the ashes are to be burnt over wood. Okay. Okay. Now this would be the next story. Because this ties together with this. So that's going to get sewed together. Better save the work a little bit. Person does not sin on purpose. Nothing is to be done. Which is important for people to understand. This is his forgiveness and mercy. And this would be a command about the peace offering, which is a very huge deal. The rest of the sacrifice they brought outside the camp where the actions are. Now, why is it here? Oh, because that's what I brought up here. Yes, okay. So how am I going to do this? I first want to note this. So let me make it yellow. This is yellow, so you know where to find it. This I've already moved, so let's do that. Move that over. And then all this is 8 point. Okay, save that. Okay, now these are going to be different laws. You're not to eat any blood from a bird or animal. For any person who eats blood will be cast from my nation. That's very important. So that has to go with this. Here. Not being done on purpose. That's the sin is the 12 commandments. Now this needs to be moved because there's got to be another curse being cast from his nation. But that's what's missing is in the story that our Creator told Moses about each of the commandments. But this would be very severe. So it's placed first here. And this would be under laws. Okay. All the winged insects that walks with four are unclean, for they do not own. I'm going to say eat the green and get rid of this word and say I'm adding this word. But these you can't eat from the winged insects which walk with four, having their feet joined to its legs and jump like a locust and a grasshopper. Now this is a statute, which is very big. So I have to have statutes before here. I got to recheck that first day birth. Okay, now this. Maybe I should move this. Let's see if I can give, well, if I give it that color and then make this red and this red, then I'm gonna say this here. I've got statutes first. Yeah, I gotta check. I can't remember the story. Think it was on the 8th day. Because you got to take them before the priest. The priest, although here, this has to be priest. Because Jesus has to be taken to be circumcised. It's only the firstborn son. So this needs to be corrected. See, because their priest will then offer it up. So this has to be priest here. Is it mine? Yes. It's all males. So yes. Okay. And I don't know what to do with it, so I'll do this because that's so important. Need to figure out how I'm gonna note some of these later. Okay. This, they're gonna be beaten with a rod. They are to be taken before a gathering of their people will be a rod. This is supposed to be, where does it say replace? Oh, they got it under proofing. Now this is a bunch of laws. This one Moses would have wrote here. Oh, I forgot to say I added it all. Whoa. Okay, when you reap the harvest from your land, you will not you will not you will not to the very edges. I guess that's the way it's got to be said. Just reads odd. The gleaning of your harvest, you will leave them for the needy. You will not trouble the dove, nor place a stumbling block before the blind. You will do no injustice, nor be partial, for you are to judge fairly. Now, that I can't see that. I gotta find them and read them right now. So here, it's be false witness. But that, I guess, would be for or the acts of the commandments. Which that means I have to change something up here. Where are the commandments? Did I go past them? No. Got to get a new sign up here for the 12 commandments. You can see that. Are we not? I think I put the nor down here. Got to remove that. They are not to be eaten by you. I think that's better said that way. You will not rely on its fruit for 3 years. They are not to be eaten by you. You will not cut off the hair of your head, nor your beard. Never make any marks on your body. Never make. I'm going to go back and use the word imprint. Imprint. Because I know some people cut themselves to brand themselves. Imprint would cover everything, like tattoos and anything. You will not imprint on your body or inks. That's the tattoos. When a stranger passes through your land, you will do no wrong to them. This is going to be why. For you are strangers in Egypt, I think is what our Creator had said. You are to keep all my statutes and commandments, and you'll not, and I will not remove you. Now, see, this is way out of place. This is like the ending, so if there's anything above here for laws, would have to go right here, and I'm thinking there's more laws here that's missing, because that's not very many. The hill. In the Sinai. By the hill. By the hill. And this because I'm thinking they just got done building the tent, so this is the second year. Okay, because this has to be before they're going. Okay, so that can be put here. Now here I gotta say, I'm gonna change this. It's going to be like a refresher here. And this has got to be the word win. And this has got to be out. And this, I'm going to add, when Wybie had spake to Moses by the hill in the Sinai. This means that they forgot to wrote it in the text, and it needed to be put in after they that's how this is reading. It's reading as if they forgot. So okay. Okay, because they're writing the statutes and laws, and this is telling of the event when this happened. That's all this is. Okay, speak to Israel. This is this nation when they possess the land I will give them. 6 years you will sow your field and gather in its crops. But the 7th year the land is to rest and not sown or pruned. Harvested. No, I think they are given the right to harvest from it later. Pruned would be their trees, to prune their trees. So to count by 7 years, then they are to blow their horn. This has to be priests. Who they are priests. So this has to be, I'm adding this, moving this. This has to be the comma and go down here. So this has to be up here. You are to count seven years. You're to count by 7 years, then your praise. I gotta get rid of the word count. I can't get by the missing the word here. Boy, this is, I guess I done a good job when I did it the first time. It's confusing here because I want to add who has to blow their horn. Okay, I've got too many words here. So by 7 years, then the priests are to blow horns. I would say that I have to change this from priest to somebody else, and it has to be who would be. There's 12. The refuge cities have to have judges. Then the Levites. Then the Levites are to blow horns and guess that's okay. You are also to count by 7 years. Then the Levites are for the 7th year. You are also to count for the 7th year. For the Levites are to blow horns in your land on the 10th day before the 7th. To proclaim a releasing throughout the land from all work prisons. It will be a jubilee for them to return to their own property and return to their family. Everyone will return to the owner their land. Will return to the owner their land and do no wrong to it. You will not wrong one another. You are to fear me. The land will not be sold permanently, for the land is mine. Here's those refuge cities I was thinking about. See, those are good. And it would be, this would be first, this would be second. No, yeah, whatever I got here, what was, I made space for the, I just can't think of the next verse, but I got that one. Getting closer. I think I'll call that an end for today. It was a test case, but now I know that the chats work. Okay.